know you know about me, and one thing you know I know about you. We both gonna say what the hell we want to say. We go hate. We can have a conversation. Why these folks trying to call me transphobic, homophobic, kidophobic, gayophobic, biophobic, anti-Semitic, bigot, racist, white terrorist, bruh? All I did was went in there and worked with the man and freed the people from prison, bruh. All I did was fight for the babies. Y'all know I love babies. Now I'm the enemy.
First of all, let's just be clear. Let's be transparent. I don't believe that a man should be talking about abortions with women. I don't believe that that's their space. You know, they can put an opinion towards, they can, tell how they feel. But when it comes down to those sensitive topics, there is not a space that they're going to win. You know what I mean? Ultimately. Now, when it comes down to the trans, I've known you for years, and I have nothing but love and respect for you, because when I was really down and out, you didn't have to offer me a place to stay. You didn't have to do like, and then I'll get teary-eyed because even our community, our mutual friends, us going not talking for 6 months and then pulling up an hour outside of Atlanta to come just to check on me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what real friends do. Yeah. When people bring to me all of the crazy things that you say, it goes in one ear and out the other, because I know your intent. I know your heart. But that's for people that don't know you. And sometimes me and you have the same battles with social media, because we don't know how to get our point across without offending somebody. It's always going to offend somebody, regardless of how you say it, regardless of how you package it. Okay? When it comes down to children and trans issues, you have that right to feel that way, because your child, in your own home, you've experienced that. Me growing up as a child and being trans at a young age, yes, we're not supposed to be sexually active. Yes, it's part of a sexual, being on our bodies, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being sexually active, because yes, it is a feeling of what you see in the mirror, and it is a dysphoria. It is a mental issue. Something is not connecting with the physical. And that's why a lot of trans women come at me and be like, oh, you're judging us. Sweetheart, it's not a normalcy. You're trying to make it normal. You're trying to normalize something where the root in term of transition is to go from male to female. There's no in between. There's no, I'm just happy with my tits and dick.
Right. Right.
And that conversation is hard to have, because they've made it so apparent in entertainment wise that people, it's a case-by-case situation. You cannot tell a 7-year-old child that they need a
and this is my thing on the real, and I don't know when you gonna drop it, but you got a hell of a story. Reason I know about your story is because I contributed to help writing some of your story, and just knowing what I know, right, about you, and it's not my story to tell, and I would never tell it. But just speaking on that, we know that this is not a transformation that children need to go through. And that's my thing. That's from firsthand.
Plastic surgery? No.
Even the hormones. Not a
That's
child.
That's a case-by-case scenario for me.
This is the issue. The issue is that you're not fully mentally developed. So your frontal lobe doesn't even complete itself until the age of 25. So as a child, you're just not able to make that type of life-changing decision. That's the problem. These children are not mature enough to make this type of decision. That is the issue. We're not saying you can't make the decision. No, just like with my baby, he grown. I still love him. If that's what you want to do, regardless of how I feel about it, if that's what he want to do, that's what he's going to do, and I'm still going to love him. But because he's an adult, he can make that decision. I trust him with having to live with that decision. As a child, absolutely not. So this is the issue. It's about the children, and I cannot stress that enough. They don't want to hear it. They just want to pick a fight. They want to make it seem like it's about them, but it's not. And I fight for children, straight children that I feel are being sexualized. I don't want it to happen to any child. Children just aren't sexual. That's where I'm at with it. And you know where I'm at with it.
I understand. I understand. You know, and this is what I saw, because, you know, Jerome was asking me before I got on the live. He was like, what was your intent with your post? I think both parties, you can't go into a situation being combative, being disrespectful, being rude, and being offensively condescending when you're trying to literally have a conversation. And I think sometimes, Angela, you'll entertain the conversation, but once that one stone is thrown, then you be like, boom. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I hung up.
And that's why I said in the caption, it was at this point that Angela said no.
No.
Because I kind of saw where he was coming with it, and you can't come to the table when you're trying to come to a common ground or solution or understand each other or have that dialogue of conversation, because y'all needed a moderator. Y'all needed me to moderate. Because you know, it's certain things that you can and cannot say. The comments, like what I see now, you know, oh, it's a man, it's a man. I understand what y'all saying, but let's not dwell on the technicality. Let's respect each other and let's lay down the line. Okay, so we're talking about trans kids. Okay, well, this is how I feel on the trans kids topic. You see how me and you just had this conversation eloquently, but we didn't come at each other's throat?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that is, you're my friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is not because, okay, you're my friend and I agree with you. No, because I know how you feel on certain issues. But I'm not going to stop loving my friend or respecting my friend, disrespecting them because of their views and opinions. We are both different. We're adults.
Yep. And we can agree to disagree.
That's
and I can still love you and still feel the way that I feel when it comes to children. I can still love my son. Like, they literally trying to create beef in my child, like trying to make my child think I don't love him. Like, nigga, who? How you even gonna go for that? How you even gonna, you know who been your ride or die your whole life, standing 10 toes down. I raised them boys. I'm talking about, it didn't ask nobody for a dime. I didn't care if I have to stand on the corner and sell books and candles all day. My children was gonna have somewhere to stay and was gonna have something to eat. They was gonna have them a PlayStation every Christmas if they didn't have nothing else. So I mean, we gotta be able to have these conversations without the cancel culture and without the I hate.
Cancel culture, to me, and that's a topic in itself. Cancel culture. Okay, the difference between we were brought up with social media, okay? The cancel culture are the people who live in social media. So they know nothing but social media. And their minds talk about, your mind frontal lobe is not developed. You're not even developed yet. So what you say, how you felt 10 years ago may be different today. You know, so why are we canceling a person when life and humans are constantly every day learning, evolving, and growing? Should be. But then you have this cancel culture of people who, oh, I don't like what they say, cancel them.
Right.
Well, how are we going to evolve as how does that happen?
And not only that, child, what we gonna do to protect the children? Because I'm not going through no more of this beef. I ain't got time to be beefing. If your ass a Democrat, Republican, I don't give a damn what's going on. What we gonna do to save the children? That's what I want to know, because it's beyond all of us at this point. We need everybody that feel the same way I do, everybody that's had an experience as a child like me and know that all of this sexual stuff is dangerous for kids. We need to get ready to start a movement, man, and that's what we need to focus on.
You know, and I think that could be a calling for you. You know what I mean? But Angie, I think you need me on board, because you need
Shauna, you always been on board. You always been on board.
You have to be able to talk to these people and not be offended.
Every 6 months, don't start that shit. You'll pop up. We'll be on it. We have all type of dreams and plans written out for the next 3 to 6 months. Then bam, Shauna gone. Where the hell Shauna at? Is she alive? Did you hear from her? Girl, I had to change my number. Come on now. You know it,
girl. The struggle be real out here for me, girl. You know it, girl. You know, like, girl, it just be real. And you, me and you both know our intimate trials with censorship.
Right.
And when this is your way of money and your sole income, and me being an influencer and being able to not have a job and fully be able to monetize my platform, when you're being censored, when your freedom of speech, when you're being criticized for what you say, I don't understand. Let me tell you this, Angie. It shook me to my boots that not only are y'all saying y'all gonna charge this man for inciting something on him that he didn't put a gun up to nobody's motherfucking head. He didn't hold nobody at no motherfucking at their will. You didn't force anybody to go and run up into any damn Capitol, and y'all gonna hold this man accountable for his freedom of speech, where he's allowed to say whatever. And I get within reason, and I get within, I get all of the things. I understand that. But y'all literally banned and blocked this man from what? From
the
social
president
media
of the United States.
and while he was still president. While he was still president. And y'all gonna sit here and not wake up and see that if they give this to the president, what are they gonna do to you?
Exactly.
The same thing that they've been doing to me and Angie on our platforms.
Yep.
The same reason why they turned the volume down until nobody is like, oh, well, what happened to Shauna? Oh, I've been here. You get what I'm saying? It is a problem. As hard as our ancestors has fought for our individual freedoms, and it will behoove me not to be on your team. It will behoove you not to be on my team, because women just got voting rights 40 years, not even 50 years ago. Let's be real. People of color are so oppressed that they cannot open their minds to really see what's really going on.
And the thing about it is finding the common ground. We know what we know where we at, right? We know what we don't agree on. Y'all know where I'm at. Like, at the end of the day, if somebody want to have a sex change, fine, but you're not gonna force me to call a man a woman. If I want to, I will, but you ain't gonna make me do a motherfucking thing. I can if I want to, but you're not gonna make me do it.
I get that.
So when we find the common ground, what's important? Well, we know that you, as a trans person, your voice is important, because you can speak about why it may not be a good idea for children. Because see, when I say it, they're gonna say I'm transphobic. It would have to come from somebody like you. That's why you and I need to partner together, so you can be a voice for me. Just like, hold on one sec, just like for all my Republicans that's watching right now, you can't go to the black community and tell them what's wrong. You got to send somebody in the black community. So that would be like me, Yamaj, Sheree, us, the real niggas. We ain't talking about the grifters. We talking about the real ones. It's the same thing. Sometimes you have to, and that's what the Democrats good at. They able to play identity politics, and we got to do the same thing, because that's the only way people gonna hear it. It's just the bottom line. But can you call me offline?
Girl, I got you, girl.
Can you call me offline?
I got you, girl. You be so busy. You be so busy. You Angela Stanton and stuff, and I can't get through the line. I don't know if I gotta call Donald Trump. I don't know if I need to call,
Can you call me offline so we can talk about some business, please?
Oh, okay. And and guess what I did?
What? You finished it?
No, girl. I'm talking about a whole outside.
What?
Of that. Because me and you, that story should be told. But I really have to focus on, what we've been trying to get. And girl, I came up with transymedia.org. My C4. And just to let it be known, yes, I'm one of the.
For anybody doesn't know, Jeezy made a song one time. It was called Banana Pussy. This is exactly who he was talking about.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh, I'm hanging up. I'm bye.